When it comes to motorcycles, style and speed often grab the headlines. But for true riders, reliability is what matters most. The bikes that can take a beating, rack up hundreds of thousands of miles, and still fire up on the first try, those are the legends. From iconic Japanese machines to European touring beasts, certain models have proven their dependability decade after decade. Here's a definitive look at the 20 most reliable motorcycles of all time, the bikes that simply refuse to quit. Number 1. Honda CB750. The Honda CB750, launched in 1969, completely changed the motorcycle world. Before it, most bikes were either fast but fragile or durable but boring. Honda broke that rule with a machine that gave riders both power and peace of mind. Its inline four-cylinder engine, combined with an overhead camshaft, was years ahead of the competition. Riders quickly discovered that the CB750 could handle long journeys, high revs, and even neglect, yet still start every morning without complaint. This was the motorcycle that proved superbikes didn't have to be unreliable toys for the weekend, they could be everyday machines. Owners tell stories of their bikes lasting decades with nothing more than routine oil changes and valve checks. Even today, collectors and riders still find original CB750s running strong, proof of the engineering genius behind it. More than just a superbike, it was the first motorcycle to show the world what true reliability really looked like. Number 2. Yamaha VMAX. In 1985, Yamaha introduced a motorcycle that looked more like a rocket than a road bike, the VMAX. Its design screamed muscle, and its V4 engine delivered acceleration that shocked even seasoned riders. But behind the raw power, Yamaha had built a machine that could endure for decades. The VMAX became famous not only for its speed, but for its ability to keep going strong even after years of punishment. The shaft drive system meant riders didn't have to worry about constant chain adjustments, and the engine itself was famously robust. Owners regularly brag about crossing 100,000 miles without major mechanical work. It wasn't the most fuel-efficient bike, nor the lightest. But when it came to dependable performance, the VMAX earned its place in history. This motorcycle proved that muscle and longevity could ride side by side. Even now, the VMAX is remembered as one of Yamaha's most thrilling yet trustworthy creations, a rare combination that riders never forget. Number 3. Suzuki GSX-R 750. When Suzuki unveiled the GSX-R 750 in 1985, it changed the rules of sport motorcycling. This was a bike built for the track but designed tough enough for the road. Unlike many high-performance machines that demanded constant attention, the GSX-R proved that speed and reliability could coexist. Its liquid-cooled inline-4 engine delivered blistering acceleration, yet owners quickly discovered it would keep running strong with just routine care. The lightweight frame and suspension made it razor-sharp on corners. But what truly surprised riders was how durable it remained after years of hard use. From weekend canyon carving to full race conversions, the GSX-R 750 could take punishment without falling apart. Generations of riders have praised it as the sport bike you could rely on every single day. Even today, the GSX-R legacy continues, but the original 750 set the foundation for sport bike dependability. It was the motorcycle that proved race-inspired technology didn't have to mean constant repairs. Number 4. Honda Goldwing. For touring riders around the globe, the Honda Goldwing is a name that means trust. Introduced in 1974 with the Good Luck 1000, it has since grown into the ultimate long-distance machine. Its flat 4 and later flat 6 engines are legendary for covering 200,000 miles or more with only routine servicing. Owners describe them as indestructible, able to cross continents fully loaded with luggage and passengers without missing a beat. The shaft drive system eliminates chain headaches, while liquid cooling keeps the engine steady mile after mile. Over the decades, Honda refined the Goldwing into a luxury cruiser, but its core reputation never changed. It simply does not quit. Riders tell stories of traveling coast to coast without a single mechanical issue. Whether it's the early Good Luck models or the modern Good Luck 1800, the Goldwing stands tall as the king of reliability in the touring world. It is the motorcycle that makes endless journeys possible. Number 5. Kawasaki KLR 650. The Kawasaki KLR 650, first introduced in 1987, became the go-to motorcycle for riders who wanted to explore the world without worrying about breakdowns. It was simple, rugged, and endlessly dependable. Its single-cylinder engine was liquid-cooled, but not overly complicated, giving it just enough modern refinement while staying easy to maintain. Owners quickly realized that the KLR could survive conditions that would destroy other bikes: dirt trails, mountain passes, deserts, and even war zone. It earned the nickname the Swiss Army knife of motorcycles because it could do everything reasonably well and almost never quit. Military forces even adopted versions of the KLR because of its proven toughness. Although it wasn't the fastest or the flashiest, its reputation for indestructibility made it legendary. Many KLRs have traveled hundreds of thousands of miles across continents with little more than oil changes and chain adjustments. For anyone who values rugged simplicity and bulletproof reliability above all else, the KLR 650 stands as one of the greatest adventure bikes ever built. Number 6. BMW R75/5. In the early 1970s, BMW introduced the R75/5, a motorcycle that represented German engineering at its best. Powered by the iconic air-cooled Boxer twin engine, this bike was designed for durability above all else. Riders soon discovered that with regular valve adjustments and oil changes, the R75/5 could run practically forever. Its reputation spread quickly among touring riders who wanted to cover long distances without worry. Unlike many machines of its era, it came with electric start and modern reliability features, giving it a big advantage over competitors. Even 50 years later, many of these bikes are still on the road, proving just how well built they were. Owners often describe them as smooth, dependable companions that rarely let you down. The R75/5 helped solidify BMW's image as a brand known for rugged, long-lasting motorcycles. For vintage fans, it remains one of the most trusted classic bikes ever created. Number 7. Harley-Davidson Sportster. Since its debut in 1957, the Harley-Davidson Sportster has been one of the longest-running models in motorcycle history. While early versions, known as the Ironheads, were a bit demanding, the introduction of the Evolution engine in 1986 transformed the Sportster into a reliable workhorse. Suddenly, it wasn't just a stylish American cruiser, it was a machine you could count on for everyday riding. Riders appreciated its straightforward design, easy maintenance, and endless supply of spare parts. Many owners racked up six-figure mileage totals without major rebuilds. The Sportster also became the platform of choice for countless custom builds, further proving its durability. While Harley-Davidson often gets criticized for focusing more on image than function, the Sportster earned respect as the model that truly lasted. Whether it's used for short commutes, long cruises, or creative modifications, the Sportster continues to run strong decade after decade. It's a piece of American motorcycling heritage that shows reliability can come with classic style. Number 8. Yamaha FJR 1300. For sport touring enthusiasts, the Yamaha FJR 1300 has become one of the most respected names in motorcycling. First released in 2001, it struck a balance between performance, comfort, and rock-solid dependability. Its powerful inline-4 engine was engineered to handle long-distance stress with ease, and owners routinely report crossing 150 to 200,000 miles without major mechanical problems. The shaft drive system eliminated messy chain maintenance, making it ideal for riders who wanted trouble-free journeys. The FJR also gained popularity with iron butt riders, who needed a motorcycle capable of covering extreme distances without faltering. Over nearly 2 decades of production, Yamaha refined the FJR but never changed its core character: fast, comfortable, and famously reliable. Riders describe it as a machine you can trust anywhere, whether on daily commutes or coast-to-coast adventures. The FJR 1300 is proof that high performance and long life can ride side by side, earning it a permanent place among the most reliable motorcycles of all time. Number 9. Honda Super Cub. The Honda Super Cub is not just reliable, it is the most produced motor vehicle in history, with over 100 million units sold since 1958. Its genius lies in its simplicity. A small step-through frame, paired with an efficient single-cylinder engine, made it cheap, durable, and nearly impossible to kill. In countries across Asia, Africa, and South America, the Super Cub became transportation for families, workers, and even small businesses. It carried heavy loads, ran on minimal fuel, and survived rough roads with ease. Stories abound of Super Cubs lasting for decades with barely any maintenance, still starting on the first kick. Its semi-automatic gearbox made it beginner-friendly, while its tough design made it virtually indestructible. Advertised with the slogan, "You meet the nicest people on a Honda," it also came to represent dependability for the everyday rider. The Super Cub remains in production today, more than 60 years later, because it continues to prove that motorcycles can be both simple and everlasting. Number 10. Suzuki DR 650. The Suzuki DR650, first introduced in 1990, is the definition of rugged simplicity. Designed as a dual-sport motorcycle, it features an air and oil-cooled single-cylinder engine that is deliberately understressed, which keeps it running strong for decades. Adventure riders praise it for being a machine that requires almost no attention beyond oil changes, valve checks, and a clean air filter. Unlike many modern adventure bikes filled with electronics, the DR650 keeps things simple, which means fewer parts to fail when you're hundreds of miles from civilization. Many owners proudly share stories of their DRs surpassing 100,000 miles with little more than routine servicing. Because of its lightweight and versatility, it can handle city streets, highways, and dirt trails with equal confidence. Riders who value reliability over flash consistently choose the DR650. It has become a cult classic among world travelers, proving that sometimes the simplest motorcycles are the ones you can trust the most. Number 11. Kawasaki Ninja 250 and 300. The Kawasaki Ninja 250, later upgraded to the Ninja 300, is one of the most beloved entry-level motorcycles ever made. First introduced in the mid-1980s, it quickly became the go-to choice for new riders because of its approachable size, forgiving nature, and, most importantly, its reliability. Despite being a budget-friendly bike, Kawasaki engineered it with surprising durability. Its small parallel twin engine could handle high revs all day without complaint, and many examples have surpassed 50,000 miles or more without major repairs. Because beginners often drop or mishandle their first bikes, the Ninja had to withstand abuse, and it did so with ease. Riders often pass these bikes from one owner to another, each enjoying years of dependable service. The Ninja 250 and 300 proved that affordable motorcycles didn't have to feel cheap or fragile. They built Kawasaki's reputation for making beginner-friendly machines that not only teach new riders, but also last long enough to become part of countless riding journeys. Number 12. Honda Africa Twin. Few motorcycles have a name as legendary as the Honda Africa Twin. Originally developed in the late 1980s as the XRV 750, it was inspired by Honda's dominance in the Paris-Dakar Rally. Riders quickly discovered that the Africa Twin wasn't just a race replica. It was a machine that could handle brutal real-world conditions with remarkable reliability. Its V-twin engine was simple yet powerful enough for long-distance travel, while its rugged frame made it perfect for off-road adventures. Decades later, Honda revived the Africa Twin as the CRF 1000L, and later the 1100, continuing the same tradition of toughness. Adventure riders around the world trust it because it doesn't rely on fragile electronics or overcomplicated systems. Whether crossing deserts, mountain ranges, or jungles, the Africa Twin keeps going. It is often described as the motorcycle that will take you anywhere and bring you back home safely. That combination of endurance and dependability is what makes it an icon of reliability. Number 13. BMW GS Series. The BMW GS series, beginning with the R80G/S in 1980, has become the gold standard for adventure motorcycles. These bikes are famous not only for their capability, but for their long-lasting engineering. The air-cooled boxer twin engines, and later liquid-cooled versions, are known to surpass 200,000 miles with regular care. Riders have taken GS models across every continent, from the deserts of Africa to the frozen landscapes of Siberia, with minimal mechanical problems. The shaft drive system reduces maintenance needs, and the overall build quality ensures they hold up under punishing conditions. Over the years, BMW expanded the line to include everything from the mid-sized F-Series to the massive R1250 GS, but the reputation for dependability never changed. The GS isn't just a motorcycle, it's a trusted travel partner for riders who dare to go farther than paved roads allow. Its legendary reliability has made it the benchmark against which all other adventure bikes are measured. Number 14. Triumph Bonneville. The Triumph Bonneville is one of the most recognizable motorcycles in history. The original Bonnevilles of the 1960s were loved for their looks and speed, but they weren't always the most dependable. That changed when Triumph relaunched the Bonneville line in 2001 with modern engineering. These new versions kept the classic British styling, but used reliable air-cooled and later liquid-cooled parallel twin engines. Riders discovered that the modern Bonneville had all the charm of the old bikes without the mechanical headaches. They could be ridden daily, taken on long tours, and still deliver years of trouble-free service with simple maintenance. The modern Bonneville also became a platform for customization, proving its versatility as well as its toughness. Today, owners describe them as timeless motorcycles that are easy to live with and easy to love. By blending retro design with modern durability, Triumph created a machine that satisfies nostalgia while delivering the kind of reliability riders expect in the 21st century. Number 15. Honda CBR 600F. In the late 1980s, Honda introduced the CBR 600F, a motorcycle that changed how riders thought about sport bikes. Most high-performance machines of the era were thrilling but fragile, demanding constant maintenance and offering little comfort. The CBR 600F broke that mold. Its inline-four engine was fast yet incredibly durable, designed to withstand both commuting and track days. Riders loved its balance, quick handling, comfortable ergonomics, and mechanical reliability that inspired confidence. With regular oil changes and basic servicing, these bikes often surpassed 100,000 miles without significant engine work. Unlike many sport bikes that age quickly, the CBR 600F proved to be a dependable companion year after year. It was called the everyman sport bike because it gave riders both excitement and practicality. For those who wanted speed without sacrificing longevity, this Honda became the go-to choice. Even decades later, it remains one of the most reliable sport bikes ever built. Number 16. Yamaha XJ Series Diversion. In the 1990s, Yamaha's XJ600 and later XJ900 diversion models earned a quiet but solid reputation as some of the most dependable everyday motorcycles available. These machines weren't designed to win races or grab headlines, but they excelled in one area that mattered most: reliability. Their inline-four engines were simple, understressed, and capable of lasting for decades with little more than routine maintenance. The diversion quickly became popular with commuters, police forces, and even courier riders who needed bikes that could run all day, every day, without complaint. Affordable to buy and inexpensive to maintain, the XJ proved itself as a workhorse that could handle both city traffic and long-distance touring. Owners often report their diversions still running strong after hundreds of thousands of kilometers. Though often overlooked compared to flashier bikes, the Yamaha XJ Diversion earned its place in history by doing exactly what riders needed starting every morning and never letting them down. Number 17. Royal Enfield Bullet. Modern use models. The Royal Enfield Bullet is the longest continuously produced motorcycle in the world, first appearing in 1932. For much of its history, it had a reputation for charm but not reliability. Classic models were known for oil leaks, electrical issues, and constant tinkering. Everything changed in 2009 when Royal Enfield introduced the Unit Construction Engine, or USE. This upgrade transformed the Bullet into a motorcycle that could finally be trusted for everyday riding. The UCE models retained the vintage thump and timeless styling but offered far more durability and smoother performance. Riders now report their modern Bullets lasting for years with nothing more than routine care. While it may not match the flawless reliability of Japanese machines, the Bullet's mix of simplicity and toughness has made it a dependable choice in regions like India, where motorcycles are daily lifeline. The USE Bullet represents the best of both worlds: classic character with modern reliability, ensuring its legacy continues well into the future. Number 18. Suzuki SV650. Few motorcycles have earned such a devoted following as the Suzuki SV650. Introduced in 1999, it struck a perfect balance between affordability, versatility, and reliability. Its liquid-cooled V-twin engine became famous for being almost indestructible. Owners discovered they could use the SV for anything commuting, touring, canyon carving, or even racing, and it would keep going strong with minimal maintenance. The engine was flexible and forgiving, yet capable of high performance when pushed. Many SV650s are still running perfectly after crossing the 100,000-mile mark. The simplicity of its design also made it a favorite among new riders and budget-conscious enthusiasts who wanted a machine that was easy to own but never dull. The SV650 gained a reputation as the motorcycle that could do it all without breaking down, which explains why it remains in production more than 2 decades later. Its combination of dependability and fun makes it one of Suzuki's greatest modern legends. Number 19. Honda CRF 250L and 300L. For riders seeking a lightweight dual-sport motorcycle that will never quit, Honda's CRF 250L and later CRF 300L have become top choices. Introduced in 2012, the CRF 250L featured a single-cylinder engine tuned for simplicity and reliability rather than raw power. Its design allowed riders to explore dirt trails, highways, and city streets without worrying about breakdown. When Honda upgraded to the 300L, they kept the same formula: lightweight, easy to handle, and built to last. Owners around the world praised these bikes for their low maintenance requirements and ability to endure tough environments. Because Honda sells them globally, spare parts are easy to find, even in remote areas. This makes them especially attractive to travelers who need a motorcycle they can count on anywhere. The CRF series shows that reliability doesn't require size or complexity. Sometimes, a small, simple, and durable machine is exactly what a rider needs to go the distance. Number 20. Kawasaki Z1. When Kawasaki released the Z1 in 1972, it redefined what a superb bike could be. With its 903 cubic centimeter inline-4 engine, the Z1 delivered power that shocked the industry. At the time, many powerful motorcycles were fragile, requiring constant maintenance and repairs. The Z1 changed that reputation almost overnight. Riders discovered they could push this machine to incredible speeds, ride it hard day after day, and still count on it to start reliably. It was fast, but also famously tough. Owners praised its strong engine cases, durable transmission, and robust design that allowed it to rack up huge mileage totals without major problem. Even today, many original Z1s are still on the road, often with their factory engines intact. The Z1 proved that a superbike didn't have to sacrifice longevity for speed. It was the model that established Kawasaki as a serious competitor in performance motorcycles, while also earning a legacy as one of the most reliable bikes ever built.